Storm DJs Podcast.
Welcome to episode 33 of the Storm DJs podcasts. Today we're thrilled to be joined by DJ Billy Gonzalez, who is currently living the dream in Antigua. Billy will share his experiences of performing a beautiful beach venue called the Loose Cannon, his approach to DJing in the Caribbean heat, and the diverse music styles he brings to his sets. We'll also hear about his admiration for Bob Marley, his dream collaborations, and some unforgettable moments, including encounters with celebrities like Ed Sheeran.
How you doing, man?
Good.
Yeah, love you. This is Italian beat in Antigua.
That's perfect.
It's near enough perfect. I swear it's like the scene out of the beach every day.
Rewind and let us know exactly where you are and what you've been doing.
I'm here for the last 2 months. I touched down December 28th. First gig was New Year's Eve on the beach. And this has been my home and my workplace for the last 2 months. Thanks to you guys at Storm.
And
We've got a very new kind of venue. They only opened doors last year. And now they're starting to get more customers and get more parties going on. The full Caribbean blue behind me. And this has pretty much been my view out from the booth on a daily.
booth has been your home for the last couple of months then?
It has very much.
Do you have to sleep in the booth as well, or have they provided something else for you to sleep in?
Well, I've had accommodation up at the owner's villa, which is up on the hill, and it's wonderful. It's got great facilities next to the internet. But I did ask them a couple of times, maybe we need a hammock in here, that we can watch the stars and have a little late night session. But it didn't quite happen that way. There have been people sleeping on the sound lounges, and then, the first staff to come in at 8, 9 a.m. have to kick them off. They had a few too many drinks and passed out right where they were.
Well, it all looks pretty lush. Is there anything you'd be missing apart from your wife / girlfriend?
A lot of things to get me in trouble. What? Something I don't. So my girlfriend and my dogs are very much missing me back home. My rest of my friends and family, of course, can't wait to be back to them. I would have actually stayed here another month. There's a lot of demands for the DJ season to continue through March and Yacht Week to the end of April, but I had to call time on it for her as much as for me, really. Hi guys, I just grabbed my pina colada. Thanks.
And for people who aren't aware of the seasonalities and stuff, what happens from onwards?
It gets really hot after May. As you can imagine, their summer is aligned to us in the Northern Hemisphere, but it gets super dry. And I guess that's why people come in the boats, and people prefer to come for winter sun. The calendar is kind of based around what the yachts do, when super yachts are pulling into the marina and the harbour, or they're coming in for repairs, or the crew are coming in for some downtime. And they have regular races and events. So those can be really busy times as well.
Perfect. I'll dive into some of our podcast questions now if you have a sip of your pina colada.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
So throughout your residency over there in Antigua, what's your most invaluable lesson you've learned?
I'd say the most important thing is to keep cool. You are starting at midday. The sun is beating down on you. It's pretty pleasant if you're in the shade, but you obviously need to find that shade, and sometimes you need to make that shade. And I've had, after 4 hours in the sun, my MacBook and Pioneer controller start to go a little wary, start to overheat. But the staff now know when I'm waving up to them and calling for ice, it needs to come fast. And I put a couple of ice glasses underneath the fan and help it to chill out. That's really important.
What's the average temperature?
I'd say it's between 25 and 30. And you might say that that's just about right. But when you're working and the wind drops, at least, that 28 can feel a bit more like 38. But generally, it's lovely. Cold drinks as well, another secret to keeping cool.
Definitely. We're going deep into these questions already, I can see. If you could collaborate with any artist, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Well, if it was to be collaborating out here, I would have to go for Bob Marley, the original reggae legend. I was surprised actually. It might seem like an obvious choice. Everyone knows reggae. Maybe they're sick of Bob Marley. Amongst the locals, amongst the visitors, it's been a popular choice for visitors. So sorry for requests. And just generally playing some reggae in the middle of your set can lighten the mood sometimes, can pick things up, can also make it a bit easier to access compared to playing just European and international sounds.
So do you think Billy Gonzalez is now becoming a bit of a reggae DJ?
I've always been open-minded, and I play songs that I like. I wouldn't say I'm a reggae DJ because there's got to be people that, have a proper deep collection of reggae music. But I'm happy to bring in anything I enjoy, and I have got some nice soundtrack like the Jimmy Cliffs, The Harder They Come, and some of that reggae gold that some of my friends put me onto. In fact, going off subject, once up here, they said to me, "Oh no, it's not reggae. You've got to play us some soca music." And that's South Caribbean. It's a little bit. It's very chilled, very chilled.
Do you think
Sometimes
you've learnt quite a lot in terms of the diversity of music out there versus what you normally play back home?
I'd say so. Playing 6 to 8 hours a day, different times of the day, different audiences in here. Sometimes you've got the yachties who are in their 20s and they're very much high energy, having fun, letting their hair down while they're on shore, and they want something a bit newer or some disco. And then you've got an older crowd as well who are, retired, enjoying their food, enjoying their drink, and want something as a nice chill soundtrack. So I've been playing everything ranging from real classic chill out music like Air, and Cafe Del Mar, Langton Jones to more energetic stuff later on. Just to keep it interesting, that doesn't just mean slow BPMs to fast BPMs. I'm literally delving into some indie rock. I'm delving into a little bit of country, some breakbeat, some funk, some jazz, you name it. If it sounds right for the beach, I like how it's sounding. I'll bring it out through the speakers.
Beautiful. In 3 words, how would your fans describe your music during the residency?
I suppose they'd say it's eclectic because I brought a real range to the sounds and a real journey, which a lot of the other DJs haven't done here. They've sort of come with, I'm a house DJ, I'm a soul DJ, and that's kind of what they play. But given the length of time we're playing and the variety of the audience, I've really played an eclectic mix of songs. I'd say it's fun because that's kind of what I'm looking for. It's a beach. People are here to enjoy themselves. It's sunny. We're here in paradise. So you've got to go with that vibe. And yeah, then I'd also say vibing because you're creating that kind of atmosphere and you're creating a mood for the people to go with.
Sure. And do you think with the amount of DJing you've been doing out there, it's been, well, fairly long stretched out sets. Has it been quite physically tiring, or you managed to get through it dancing all the way through?
Yeah, I see it as a, really good daily exercise to have a little dance behind the decks. Being on your feet for 6 to 8 hours when it's warm can be challenging, but you either adjust to it or you take a little break, put on a 9-minute tune and then go and have a bite to eat and come back. So a couple of times that I've been playing a brunch session, so that's from 10 in the morning. And that's on a Saturday, we don't finish till 8 p.m. I don't think I would have managed that full stretch without a little DJ support. So I have had another DJ backing me up who a couple of hours gives me time to go up to the villa, have a shower, have a quick lie down, and then come back for more.
Good stuff.
I think physically it's good for you. This is a nice, gentle impact exercise.
Where do you see technology going for DJs into the future? How do you think things might change?
Hmm. Well, as DJs, we're always at the tip of technology. We're always trying to bring new things into our setup and our music performance. But, the fundamentals are unchanged. We're bringing the best tunes we can and the best quality at the best levels, at the best moments, with the best transitions that are possible. That used to be playing on turntables. That's where we used to get all the best underground music. But then we moved digital, we moved to CDs and then MP3s, and obviously technology keeps moving. We've got to keep up to date with that. Maybe it's new sound formats, maybe it's new equipment, maybe it's something more supportive. Like I guess you're looking into the AI and what that's going to bring. And I have maybe mixed feelings about it. I reckon the AI is going to enable you to do more quicker, easier. But as long as it doesn't take away, the hands-on live element, the risk that the DJ can take at any moment is part of what makes it exciting. It can't be too smooth, it can't be too perfect. There has to be something there to make it nice.
For sure, for sure. And with your current setup, have you been using stems at all?
I haven't used stems. I know that came out a while back and you and I both looked into it. But I had some a cappella tracks. I have used some drum tracks. I have used some spare channels in my 4-channel mixer setup to just use as, a little bit of a funky beat or something through the breakdown. So that's a bit like using stems without actually using.
Can you share any particular event or crazy night or anything mad that's gone down in Antigua? Or is it just all under wraps?
But you never know what you're going to expect. And it kind of depends on the crowd, how crazy it is. But some people do really go for it and have a great time dancing on the beach and, been drinking through the day. There tends to be, this is kind of an earlier place to come to. And then people, maybe by the time we're wrapping up, will migrate into town to probably the better nightclub is called Abras. And, people can stay out there pretty late and there's a dance hall room and then there's a more international room. I think maybe one of the fun parties was a bit different was New Year's Eve gig when I arrived, as we played much later than usual. We played into the small hours of the morning and then we had fireworks at midnight. That was a pretty special way to start.
And have you been into town late at night to sort of visit the late night areas and stuff?
The scene, yeah, I haven't been into St. John's, the capital, or anything up there, but around where we are, around the English Harbour, there's like a bar strip, and definitely there's some fun bars which are all open, and quite happening up until, through midnight to the early hours.
Um, here's a good one. If your DJ residency were a film, what would be the title of the film?
Fear and Loathing in Antigua? No,
Yeah,
that's not right. That's not right.
Antigua fiction.
Let's just say, good times. Good times. That's the title. Good time. More of a song title. Cool and the Gang. It's a movie, but sorry, that's my answer.
What's your guilty pleasure song?
Okay, yeah. I played Drake. Hold on, we're going home. I like that song. I know Drake isn't, an out and out house artist. He just dabbles, but I like it, so I'll play it. It's quite commercial. It's a nice tune.
It's all right, we'll forgive you for that one.
I'll confess. Thanks for your absolution, brother.
What's your favorite midnight snack after a gig? What's your eating process after a full day of DJing every day for 2 months?
Well, as you know, part of the rider with most of our gigs is a decent meal. And when it's over 6 to 8 hours, it's decent meals. So I've been really well fed out here. So I'd have to say something from their menu. The kitchen does close around 10. So if it was, or maybe even sooner, to be fair. So if you're looking at a midnight snack, it's probably something I've had the foresight to order in and said, can I have that in a takeaway box? I'm going to snack on that later. Their chicken tacos are amazing. Their garlic prawns are as good as what I've eaten in Spain, and their sushi bites are also up there. The food is top notch. They've got a Michelin star chef supervising some of the food here. So this is better than what you'd expect at a beach bar, and I've been making the most of it.
Try and take a doggy bag home with you as well, I guess.
For the plane, for the flight back.
So what's your sort of routine been like out there? Has it been generally quite regular? You wake up, you do some exercise, and then go straight to the DJ booth for the day, or what's the sort of?
Yeah, pretty much. Wake up with not in a hurry, just take your time. I go for a run. There's a really great hill that I'm on, so I go up and down. Sometimes I take the dogs with me. You can cool off jumping in the pool afterwards, and just checking emails, maybe downloading a few new tunes for the set of the day, maybe some things you didn't have time for the day before, then jumping the 4x4 and make the journey down here, set up, and then take it from there.
Is it sort of walkable or just impossible to get up?
No, I'd say it's a good hour walk. You could do it. It's just much smoother to drive it, but the roads here are really patchy. So the 4x4 is essential to get anywhere in a hurry. I've seen people in regular cars slowing right down. I've got this old Land Rover. It's about 50 years old. It's got 248,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
And in that thing, you can just plow right through. That's what you need to keep going.
Work. You mentioned there's dogs there as well. Does that sort of make you feel at home?
Definitely. I do miss my two girls back at home, my two dogs. So the fact that they're the two dogs up at the villa is lovely. It's always nice to come home to dogs. It's always nice to wake up to the dogs. And they've appreciated having me here as much as I appreciate their company. I brought them down to the beach on the quiet days and let them loose. No lead, no collar. They just fly, and then they come back when it's time to go home. They go for a swim. Great dogs.
So with your guests, it's a mixed bunch, isn't it? And a lot of yacht-based people who'll jump off and start dancing, I assume. Has there been any big celebrities come off board? Like, I'm thinking Richard Branson, because he's sort of in that area, isn't he?
I hadn't seen Richard down here, but as I arrived, there are some ginormous super yachts, and some of them are, for these big celebs, these multi-billionaires, and some of them are just for entourage. Some of them have a boat for their toys. Jeff Bezos was down here. On this actual beach, we've had Ed Sheeran come down, off in between the tour. And they said, yeah, if you want to know, he's a nice guy, he's plenty fine. And he ran up a large bill, and that's without paying. The next time he comes down here, that's going to be the first thing he takes care of.
So is your residency something you recommend out to other DJs?
100%. I absolutely recommend it. If you can have that opportunity, you might be thinking in your head, what will it be like away from home, away from what I know? It's a wonderful way to spend time. It's a wonderful working holiday. Sometimes it doesn't even feel like work. You're going to be looked after. You're going to be doing what you love. You're going to be playing music for people that want to listen to music. It's it's a dream. So I 100% recommend that to anyone that's considering it. And, I'm just waiting for the call to do the same thing next year myself.
Would you go back to the same place, or would you sort of be aiming somewhere slightly different, like Maldives or something along those lines?
I'd be happy to come back here, to be honest, because the people have been so welcoming, and I could reel off names of the people that I've been working with here that are just top and have made it that more enjoyable and such a pleasant stay. And they won't be there at the next place. Maybe there'll be new people. But Adam, if you're gonna tell me there's a gig in the Maldives, you're gonna tell me there's a gig in Japan, they need me, I'm open to that as well. In addition, not instead of.
Well, for those who don't know, we've obviously got your first podcast interview, which was recorded. I'm trying to think, probably about 7-8 years ago now, and this is the slight follow up to it, and obviously the
Hi, Justin.
location and everything a lot different, a lot spicier, a lot more exotic. We thank you for joining us today to answer a few questions and show around what you're up to.
Thank you for having me. It's been a real pleasure.
No problem at all. So, good to catch up and see you in the flesh out there.
Yeah, we'll see you soon. One love.
Peace out, man.
Thank you, brother. I'll speak to you soon.
Much love. Bye.
Storm DJs Podcast.